Our core values are very important to our success here in Grenada, and we use the word team to get that point across to our young people. And for us, team means a lot. It's something that we fall back on in tough times, and it's something that we really feel appreciative of in good times. The T in team stands for toughness. That if you're going to play football at Grenada, you got to be tough. Football is still, one of the only things left in this world that can physically knock you down. And you've got to make that choice whether you're going to lay down there or you're going to get back up. The E stands for effort. Nobody controls that but you. And that's not something that should ever be influenced by someone outside of our circles. We want to be the hardest playing football team in the state of Mississippi, and that's where the E comes in for our effort. A stands for attitude. Negative people drain the energy in a place, and we don't want to be those kind of people. We always want to be positive about the situation that we're dealing with. Whether it's good or bad, we're going to be positive about it. And if we have an opportunity to bring others along with us, we think that positive attitude makes a lot of difference. And the M stands for maturity. Whether it's in football, whether it's in school, whether it's in life, one of the keys is not making the same mistakes as we made yesterday. That comes from maturity, learning from our mistakes, learning from someone else's mistakes, growing up and becoming the man we're supposed to be. All these seniors, and we could go on and on about this, but they're not just good players, they're good leaders. So Quan Bland getting ready for his senior year, and is a young man that's willing to take the next step to be even more of a vocal leader and a guy that really brings the guys around him, to his level and makes everybody around him better. Yeah, you see Quan block out on the outside linebacker, and the deal is, he gets his hands inside, he runs his feet, and then he finishes to the whistle. This game is a tight game going into the fourth quarter. We're backed up. If we get a negative play right there and it's a safety, it switches the momentum of the whole game. And, we've got enough confidence to run behind Quan right there off the goal line, maybe the most important play of the game. We talk about it. Between the whistles, it is a fight in the trenches, and it's every single play. And, during that, I think the important thing is you got to have 5 guys that can control their emotions. Because, your helmet comes off, the guy kind of finishes you, and, and it's a tussle down there with. And for us, if you see the end of it, Quan gets up, goes and gets his helmet, and he lines back up so he can do it again. Yeah. That's what great players do. And having him come back and not only be the player he is, but now also the leader that goes along with it, a very special year for Quan.
Every day Quan comes to practice with a passion. He wants to work hard. He wants to make sure that his craft is better every day, and he's just a good guy. And no matter where we ask him to play, if he wants to play tackle, guard, center, or whatever, he's ready to work. And we got to have him picking up guys when they're down, and when time gets tough, show the leadership to get them going, and tell them that the next play we got to don't worry about the last play, get the next play and be a great leader. I'm Quan Bland, offensive lineman, class 2026. Toughness, oh man, tough people play this game. That's all it is, toughness. Putting people in the dirt, just doing it over and over again. Until that game ends. I've came a long way. I didn't always have this mentality. I just tell my guys, hey, next play, lock in. Effort, every day, it's not gonna be a great practice, it's not gonna be a great day. Just gotta push, just push. I always have that dog mentality, just push. It doesn't always have to be perfect. Attitude, guy could be a young guy. It's just, you have to kind of tell them what to do in the game, or kind of teach them, where he can catch on fast. Yeah. Some players don't catch on fast. I've just gotten the cycle of catching on fast, because 10th grade year, I wasn't the type of guy to just catch on fast to things. So now, it's not hard at all to just catch on to stuff. It might take a few reps. Once I get rolling, I got it. Maturity, the game is not going to always go your way. There's going to be sometimes, the team has penalties or, a guy on the offensive line jumps outside, you just got to, like I said earlier, got to push through those things on to the next play.
All these seniors, and we could go on and on about this, but they're not just good players, they're good leaders. Jerion Reed exemplifies that beyond measure. He is what Grenada football is supposed to be about. He's a great kid, he's a hard worker, and he's a real good football player. And he's in the right spots. He's been coached well. We've seen this play before. He knew what to expect. We talked about in practice, if he gets that look that they run the speed cut out, that he can undercut it. He's got help behind him, and he sees it and reads it. And just, that's not a DB making a play on the ball. That's a linebacker making a play on the ball. Not only is he there, he's got great hands and then finishes it with a touchdown. Well, it was really easy for Jereon to be overshadowed a little bit last year. Samaj Avery and Jamani Washington, two big-time linebackers, in that linebacker core. Tay Lewis was in that group. You're talking about 3 or 4 seniors that are really, really good high school players. And then you got Jerion Reed. And Jerion's always where he's supposed to be. His effort has never come into question as long as I've known him, these 2 seasons I've been here. So he was overshadowed a little bit, but on a lot of football teams I coached, Jerion Reed would have been, the best defender out there. A lot of good football teams I've coached. Yeah, so he's reading his keys. They run a quarterback power right there. The outside linebacker fits up. Tay Lewis is coming outside right there, forces the quarterback in to Jereon, and this is textbook. This is what we teach, right? You can see number 10 on the outside set the point. Jerion's reading it and fills the hole and is able to make a big tackle there for TFL. He was a sophomore when I got here. And now we compare young players to Jereon, because Jereon was not great as a 10th grader. He was a good player, but he wasn't a great player. But he's worked himself into who he is. It's not natural for the most part for him to go out and do some of the things he does. He's worked himself into that role. He's leaving a legacy long after he leaves this place. So Jerion's fixing to have a great senior year. Not only is he going to have a great senior year, he's going to make sure that the people around him are giving their all, because he doesn't stand for any less. And that's the fun part.
I'm Ben Brayden. I've been at Winona for the last 5 years. I'll be coaching linebackers. We played a lot more outside linebacker last year, and now he's transitioned into to play an inside linebacker. I've seen him some stuff a couple times about some things he needed to work on, and and then what he does, he takes those things and applies it to practice. And I feel like working with him, getting to know him, it's going to be really good, really fun. I've never seen him not give great effort. Even when he does something wrong, he's going to make up for it with great effort.
Toughness can mean a lot, mentally and physically. I know E means effort, and with that as me, as a linebacker, effort means a lot, especially with us playing the run in the pass, running sideline to sideline to make plays. You need a lot of effort and don't take no downs off. It's kind of a trust thing, have your teammates questioning, is he gonna be there next play? So, you just gotta be on top of it. Attitude is really being a leader. I ain't gonna say it's tough, but second year starting, it's still fresh to me. So, coaching up the young ones, giving them advice, and just getting better myself also. Maturity, when I was young, it was just me and just anger, really. Because, I didn't do this right, didn't do that right, so you just get up, your mind just racing, mad, But I learned now, older, you gotta get up with that same, I wouldn't say anger, same intensity, and bring it, but in a calm way. You gotta slow the game down and just make plays.
How's it going, y'all? I'm Coach Kinzaki Jones, cornerbacks coach. Excited to be down here for my first year in Grenada. Jaeden Curry, one of the top leaders on the team, very good role model, and one of probably the finest young men I've run across thus far. Curry has unbelievable effort. He's a smart young man. Learned a lot from him. He has pretty good knowledge of the game, and he goes full speed every time for the most part. He's cornerback, play a little safety, and if we need him on the offensive side, he can be a receiver and a quarterback, but I'm hoping I can keep him full time at the corner.
Jaeden Curry is, he's been everything for this program the last couple of years. When I first got here, he was a 10th grader, and he's kind of one of these special athletes that you can't really put in a box, because he's not just a defensive back, and he's not just a receiver or a running back or a wildcat quarterback, a kick returner. He's done all those things, and he can do them all at a really high level. And not only can he do those things to affect the game, he does all the little things to affect the team in a positive way. Playing safety for us week 2 last year, but you can see him playing over the top. He's actually a free safety right there. The guy looks like he's wide open, and not many people can make up that distance like he did. And not only to get there to make a play on the ball, but to intercept the football and get a turnover for us. So not many people can make that play. Really special player. There's nothing on the football field he can't do. His attitude, it's unbelievable to see how he processes information during a football game, because on the outside looking in, he is even keeled. I mean, he's going to give you his best every single time. But the more you get to know him, the more you see his drive and his work ethic, and how he, if something doesn't go well on the football field, maybe he has a fumble or a play that he felt like he should have made. If something doesn't go right with Jaeden, you want him right back out there, because he's about to do whatever it takes to make it right. Not everybody's wired like that, but Jaeden Curry is.
During a Center Hill game, when I fumbled on the goal line, that hurt me a little bit when I fumbled that. But next, when I had the kickoff, when I caught it and I ran all the way back, to me that's being resilient. To me, coming back from that, having a good attitude, maturing, not letting that get to me, get me down.
And he's just a great leader for us. He's not really vocal, but the guys get that. But he leads by example, and he does it every single day. Playing against Bartlett, really good football team at their place. I think it was on a, an early afternoon game, because it was we moved it for weather. But you can just see his athletic ability and the ball skills that he's got. A lot of people call it a wildcat quarterback. He was our change of pace quarterback last year. Something else that they've got to prepare for. And last year, Jaeden was that guy. And you can just see the plays that he's able to make. And once again, we just showed a video of him making a play as a free safety. Now all of a sudden he's playing quarterback and running quarterback counter from the Wildcat. So it's a really good player, and good things happen when the ball's in his hands. Such a tough play. I mean, he's rolling to his left. It's something that we practice every day, and Jaeden can actually throw the ball. He, like I said earlier, there's nothing on the football field he can't do, but you can see him with the play fake. He's rolling to his left. I put him in a bad spot, but that's where the play needed to be to get more field and give our H-back, Eli, some more room to work, and he's got pressure in his face. Everything that could go wrong is going wrong, and he completes the pass for a big play. And I sound like a broken record, but he can do it, man.
My name is Jaeden Curry. I play cornerback, safety, and receiver.
What does the T stand for?
T stands for toughness. Toughness to me means like getting knocked down, getting back up, moving on to the next play. Just being able to move on, be tough, be able to, go out and do your assignment on the field. E stands for effort. Effort is, you know what I'm saying, how hard you work out here at practice, how much effort you put in at practice. Effort go determine like how much play time you get out here. You gotta have effort, you know what I'm saying, to play out here in Grenada. When you battling for a spot, you gotta have good effort. A stands for attitude. Attitude is, you know what I'm saying, how you carry yourself out here on the field. Can't have no bad attitude. Bad attitude, you know what I'm saying, bring down the team, bring down yourself. You gotta have a good attitude. Yes sir, yes sir, no sir. When you get coached up, you gotta be coachable. That's attitude. Last year, during Oxford game, when I had fumble kickoff down by the goal line, had a fumble, they got the ball back. I think they scored a field goal, but you know what I'm saying, next time after they scored that, you know what I'm saying, I just came back, caught the ball again. Coming to a senior, you gotta have a lot of maturity to deal with the younger players, help the younger players out, help them be the best they can be. That's maturity, being a leader, you know what I'm saying, correct them when they do wrong, correct yourself when you do wrong, be able to, you know what I'm saying, move on.
Eli Palmer's a special young man, baseball, football guy, has been since I've been here, really successful in both. He's battled some injuries, you know, throughout his high school career, but you want to talk about attitude, you need to talk about Eli Palmer, because no matter the circumstance, no matter the injury or what he's going through, he's the same every single day, and he is a joy to coach and a pleasure to be around, and he brings his teammates up around him. A lot of people nowadays, they'll pass the ball to set up the run. We're kind of old school on that. We run to set up the pass. And when we get everybody in that box between those tackles to try to stop our run game, that allows for plays like this to happen. And so you can see everybody in the box trying to stop the run. We have a play fake in there. The linebackers dive in there to stop the run, and we slip Eli Palmer out, and he's able to go out there and get a big first down against Klinck right here. So the blocking on the perimeter is great. We've got two receivers out there blocking for him. Great play fake by the running back, and the quarterback puts it right there where he can make a play. And anytime you get big guys out in space with the football, it makes me happy. He's a chess piece that we're able to move around. He's super smart, high level, high IQ in football, high level awareness of what's going on. He understands space, he understands leverage, all the little things that make him who he is, he gets it. And he's a huge part of our success here. You know, it's just kind of moving pieces around to try to get the defense maybe thinking a little bit before the snap instead of just reacting, and also give our opponents, coaches, different formations to line up to. But the key to all of it is players making plays, and it doesn't really matter what plays we call or what formations we line up in if we don't go out there and execute. Olive Branch was playing zone, and it's a good first down play for us. It's a quick game, which means the quarterback catches and throws, and based off of where the flat defender is where the ball goes. The outside linebacker took the running back in the flat and left Eli open for the catch right there. So Eli's got the ability here to not only block, but to catch and do something with the ball after he catches it. And that's another play action pass where we leak him out on the weak side, and he's open in the flats again. So two different plays, different ways to get him the ball, expand the defense horizontally, and try to make a play. This is a formation into the boundary. Sometimes it's hard for people to line up to because you don't want to be outflanked in the run game. And so we have a play action to McCaleb, put him in the flats, and have Eli running a wheel route, and he's able to catch the ball and finish it with a touchdown. And you talk about an important touchdown. This game could go either way, and it was a tight game, and I think this was maybe our first score of the game. So to get this play and get a lead early in this game was huge for us.
It was third down, third and long, and they had been walking the outside linebacker up the whole time, trying to stay on me. And we had been running. And so he, I guess, just figured it was another run, and he stuck me on a wheel route. He sat down worrying about a run and let me wide open over the top for a touchdown. I'm Eli Palmer, 85, and I play H-back.
I'm Andrew Fair, I'm number 84, and I play tight end. T stands for toughness, and to me it means that you get to go to the next play no matter what happened on that last play. So you have to get up and you got to play the next play.
I like to think of toughness as you can get beat one play. You're going to get beat at some point playing football, but you got to come back and give effort on the next play and not give up. E stands for effort, and playing our positions, we're a lot smaller than everybody else, and so it takes a lot more effort for us to go and block what we do and make the plays we do.
For effort, you got to give 110% on every play. Attitude for me means directed. All the other things, your toughness, your effort, your maturity, it means directing that onto the field. So you got to be able to control yourself and center yourself on your job.
M stands for maturity, and on the football field you have to be mature and hold your emotions together, because there's sometimes that you feel the need to want to do this or want to do that, but you got to put the team first and not make stupid decisions that'll cost your team.
Maturity to me, it means doing what you're supposed to do. It means not being able to play on emotion, but use your emotions to help you play. You're in a position where you used to look up to seniors and be like that, but now that you're here, it doesn't feel like you're commanding a bunch of people. It feels like you're just one of them and you want to help them get better.
Yeah, I remember my sophomore year, I played tight end, and we had a senior H-back. His name was Dre, and I looked up to him. He taught me just about everything, and so I hope to be able to take one of these guys under my wing and show them a few things that'll carry them throughout their high school career.
Our H-backs are really important to our success, and not just in the run game, because if the defense has a choice to make, am I going to put more people in the box to stop the run and less people on the perimeter to stop the pass, or am I going to keep two safeties back to stop the pass and be a little short in the box when it comes to stopping the run? Andrew Fair is a really good player for us. Here he is going into his senior year after a really successful junior season. And it's just fun to watch he and Eli work together out there. A lot of times they're on the field at the same time. We move them around all over the place to change our strengths, change the defensive fronts. But he's a guy that he's a hard worker. He's a great teammate, I think. To everybody in here, he's a great leader. I see him going over and pulling the young guys to the side and helping them with their plays and what helps him remember some of the things that we're doing. And as a coach, that makes me really proud. As a dad, it probably makes me a little prouder. So we've run this play, when we talked about Eli, it's the same thing. Well, now Eli's covered, the outside linebacker comes down, and it leaves Andrew open on the over route. And, all of this is after a run fake to a really good running back. And not to mention, somebody's got to be on top of Zaiyon, because here he comes across the field, and he's a threat to score. And last year, Chance Jenkins has taken the top off by running a fade here. So it all fits together, and it's everybody doing their job. And when everybody does their job, it's up to Brayden to find that guy, right? Well, Brayden does a good job of that for us. And on this play, that guy was Andrew. He's in the right spot. Andrew's a smart young man. He understands if it's man or zone coverage, and it's fun to watch these guys. They'll throttle down in those holes that the defenses leaves. They don't run into coverage, and we work hard at that in practice. But you can kind of see Andrew, you see the outside linebackers in front of him. He throttles down just a little bit to give him enough space to be able to make the play. But, Brayden finds him, and it's a big first down coming off of our goal line down there. It's a big first down for us right here against Olive Branch. We're actually faking one of our better run plays into the boundary over there, which is our bug sweep. The defense converges on it. Once again, we're faking to a really good back. We've got 2 receivers out here that kind of clears off this side of the field. And Andrew comes open right where the linebacker left from that's trying to stop the run play. So great play fake by Brayden. And Andrew finds the hole in the zone right there and is able to catch the ball and get a big first down. He's not bad with the ball in his hands. He's kind of got a little stiff arm right there, and he's hard to bring down, and he's got 2 guys that's really blocking, really hard for him out in front of him. And it's fun to watch. He's a big body. He's 195 pounds, 200 pounds, and he's trying to score on every play just like the rest of them. He does a good job when the ball's in his hand. As I look back at coaching my boys, this is a good play. This play was not called to go to him. I called it because Eli's been open in the flats a couple times already against Hattiesburg, and we're trying to get a first down here in the red zone. And when I called the play, I thought Eli would be wide open. The flat defender comes down to cover Eli, and it leaves Andrew wide open. And once again, Brayden does a good job of finding him. And biggest game of the year, last game of the year, to be able to score a touchdown is a lot of fun. So anyway, my favorite part of this play is, of course, Andrew scores a touchdown, but watch Eli. Watch how he celebrates, after the play. And I just think that's huge. And that, you see Zaiyon down here with his hands up. He couldn't be more excited. And all these guys are back, right? All these guys are coming back this year. Brayden, Eli, Zaiyon, and Andrew. And this is a close-knit team. And when you have people like this that celebrate somebody else's victories, you got something pretty special, and that's what we've got here.
It was basically the last play of the season, so we already up by much, so it was just, a bit of fun. Yeah, but it was nice to get it in there for the season.
He's Andrew Fair, the tight end. Just about all the time around here, but right here he's Andrew Fair, the son. Of course, Andrew's still got a year to go, and we're expecting big things out of him. Trying to get this thing going again.
Hey guys, today we're here at Grenada High School Stadium, where it's the high school spring football game 2025, man. Ready to get this season started, man. Hey, today is just a little taste of what you're gonna see come next season. It's spring game here today.
The T in team is for toughness, and to play football, it's a tough sport, so whenever you get knocked down, you gotta be tough enough to get back up and keep going. I'm Emmory Elliott. I play running back and linebacker.
I think Emmory should have a pretty good, solid year this year. That kid was there every day. He still done what he's supposed to do. And he also worked. He probably one of the hardest working person on the team. You know what I'm saying? So you may catch him out here on this field, over on the band field doing some kind of work, because he know this is his year, so he trying to get better, make sure he ready for the season.
E is for effort. Each and every rep, each and every time you just playing, you got to give your all, because you never know how that's going to convert to the field. So each and every time that you're practicing or going through a workout, it's important to give effort. A is for attitude. Attitude, now I'm shifting more towards a leader standpoint. So younger guys are counting on me to lift them up when they mess up or teach them how to do anything right. So just the attitude thing, I gotta be a dog out there just as all the leaders do, and we gotta lean on each other to win. M stands for maturity. Football is a grown man's sport, so it teaches you a lot about life as you go through each and every day of football. It's like a job, really, so you gotta have a mature mindset to lock in when you need to. You gotta be mature enough to carry that on through your life, because it teaches you a lot of life lessons. One reason I love the sport is you can learn a lot and use it later on in life.
We got Trusty out here doing his thing. We got Braden Hardiman out here doing his thing. Guys, this is going to be an exciting season here for Grenada coming up, the next football season. Guys, if you don't come to anything else, you got to come to a Grenada High School football game.
Hey, I'm Braden Trusty, class of 2026, quarterback. T means toughness, which means getting hit and get back up. Toughness also means rolling out of the pocket. You could either, break a tackle, kick 5 more yards, or just sit there and get hit. Big situations like that, you just gotta take it upon yourself and be tough and, go the extra yard and get more yards. E and team means effort. So that means whenever you have you catch a pass and you run, say 50 yards, you gotta have a lot of effort because you might be, drained and stuff. So you just have to have a lot of effort to be able to continue to play the game. A is for attitude. Say I get hit or I throw a pick or I fumble. My attitude will affect, if it was bad, would affect the whole team as far as, the offense. So I need to have a great attitude so I can put myself forward, and then the next play, you never know, we might score. But if I had a bad attitude, I'm just gonna keep on falling down the hill, and I'm not gonna be climbing it. M stands for maturity. Becoming like more of a man. Not worrying about people talking on the field and just letting your game, let your game talk for yourself.
Braden Trusty is our senior quarterback, and he hoped for him to have a great season this year. He should have a great season this year. I've been around since 7th grade, so that kid, he done came from 7th grade to now. He done came a long way, and he's a great kid. And he have a lot of upside about him. He got a big old arm too, so that helps him out a lot. He's smart, he know how to read things, understand the system. So once you understand the system, that's easy. It makes it easy for you, you know what I'm saying? The game can slow down.
My name's Jaeden Curry, I play receiver. T means toughness. For me, everybody has higher expectations because I'm big and stuff. So everybody expect me to just be the bully out there, and which I am. But you just gotta just fight through a lot of stuff. You gonna get hurt. That's the game of football. You gonna get hurt. I done broke my collarbone. Went through a lot of stuff. That's just the game of football. You gotta be tough to play it.
My name is Braden Hardiman. I play cornerback. T means toughness. If you get hit, you got to get back up. Coach Fair teaches that every day. Just like the younger guys, I got to teach the younger guys, if you get hit, you just got to get back up. You really can't teach nobody to hit. They got to want to hit it. They got to want to hit it and stuff like that. You got to just come with that mindset every day. You just want to, you want to do it. You got to get up every day.
Me and him, we push each other every freaking practice, every single practice. I gotta get a rep every time with him just to push each other and make each other better. Going against him, knowing he's a tall DB and he got some weight on him, and I don't see many DBs like that with height and strength like him.
Yeah, going against Zaiyon, he a big receiver, so that's helped me going against other top-ranked receivers, going into games and stuff.
What's one of the most memorable games you had last year, Zaiyon, or the most fun game you had?
My most fun game, I would either say Bartlett. It was Bartlett coming in with a touchdown, and then having big catches, big plays made. Like they said, Bartlett was like top team, and we played them like that Thursday because like the weather or whatever. Scored and came out with a win.
My favorite game was definitely Hattiesburg.
Yeah.
Locking down the top receiver in Mississippi, one of the top receivers in the nation. So only had 2 catches.
They stopped the other offense from scoring, and we knew our defense was like the best. Like they've been the best, so the goal was for them to stop them and then us to go out there and score. So they had our back, we had their back.
E stands for effort. You gotta have the right mindset and the right effort to come out and play this sport. You gotta have that effort. Earned my spot when I came in, I just really had to show the coaches that they knew the person I can be, and they already knew that I can be the player I can be. So I just had to come out and show them that I had that right effort.
Is effort. That's a big thing. Like when you're tired, you just gotta keep pushing. Like during summer, like we're doing summer workout right now, and it's hard. Like you just gotta keep pushing. Gotta run, weights after a big leg day. Like we just finished legs, and it's hard. Like it's just gonna be days when it's hard, and you just gotta keep pushing. Like even when you're down bad in a game, you just gotta keep pushing. My biggest thing was last year was like not looking the ball in. I was just trying to catch it and then take off before like even really getting the ball in my hand. So I just been like really focusing, like keeping the ball in my hand and then working on releases. Because if you want to play receiver like the next level, you gotta have feet. You gotta like be fast. You gotta be able to win man to man, off man. Like you just gotta be able to win. A stands for attitude, and to play football, you really gotta have a good attitude. Like some plays ain't gonna go as planned. Like you gonna drop balls, you gonna make mistakes. But you just gotta always have a positive attitude. Like me and coach always say, everybody on the team gotta say good. Like things is not gonna be as planned. Like you just gotta say good. Like
just like Zaiyon said, for DB. If a receiver catch a ball and you just gotta forget that play, just come back. M means maturity. It's hard being a leader, but we seniors, we gotta step up for these young guys. We gotta show them that they can't like mess around. We trying to go back and win a state championship. Like last year, that's in the past now. We just gotta come in and work hard and show these and just go get another championship.
it don't mean maturity, and maturity is a lot. Like you gotta be mature to play football.
I don't think nobody work as hard as our kids here. I mean, I'm not just saying that, our kids work hard. Zaiyon gets in here 45 minutes early, and he works hard. And I'm not saying other kids not doing it. I don't think they're doing it the way we're doing it. Like, we don't have to ask them. They just do it on their own. And for them to get here and we compete every day in the weight room, conditioning, field drills, I don't think nobody else is doing that. It's every day that competition is only gonna make us better on Friday nights, and it's some heated battles. Right now it's heated battles. We do a lot of things with Brayden. Corner, safety, utility guy, he's very flexible. I don't like to throw this name out there a little bit. Emmanuel Forbes is playing ball with the Rams right now. He watched films like no other. I look at film, I was like, man, he's watching a lot of film. He watches a lot of film and he's on it, and he asks questions. Coming here with his notebook, hey coach, what? I was okay, he's watching film, and I try to teach the other kids watch film like he do, which I got a great group and we always watch film and they watch film on their own, but not like him. He's a different level. Zaiyon is getting more cerebral with his approach to it and understanding positioning and getting in and out of breaks and tendencies, which is he pick up with us, but they go back to the film stuff. So it's like it's getting contagious. And Coach Copeland is a great receiver coach. Played at Memphis, played a bunch of years NFL, and they're having fun out there. They having fun. I mean, they get after it every day. And he holding them to a high standard. Great coach. I'm enjoying Coach Copeland.
This is Coach Russell Copeland. I will be coaching wide receivers here at Grenada. Last year I coached at Grenada High School alongside Coach Kensaki Jones, and the opportunity came before me to be able to come to Grenada and coach with Coach Fair. I think he's done a really tremendous job. They won the state championship last year, so hopefully I can bring another part of the passing game to be able to continue to have success here at Grenada for years to come. Zaiyon Cotton is going to be the #1 wide receiver here, and the thing about Zaiyon is that he's a big physical wide receiver. He has a big catch radius. I want to bring to the table for Zaiyon is being able to transition in and out of routes, to be able to have that separation out of those cuts, the explosiveness in and out of the breaks, and also be able to give him some different ways to get off the line of scrimmage. We see a lot of bump and press man coverage. He's a wide receiver that understands the game, and he has the mental part of the game. He has the physical part of the game. But I want him to be able to understand what defenses are trying to do to him, to be able to run routes against zone and run routes against man. But he's really, paid attention, and he's really picking up those parts. He's ready to get even better, and that's something that stands out that he has internally.
We've got, our special teams group. They call them the Bomb Squad, and 3 seniors, in that group, and 3 special young men. Not just special teams, but special young men. You got Braden Neathery, who's kicked a lot here. He's been kicking here since I've gotten here a couple years ago. Houston Whittemore is a holder, and he's kind of a punter and a snapper as well. And then you got Hayden Lee.
My name is Houston Whittemore. I'm a senior and I'm holder.
Braden Neathery, class of 26, kicker.
Hayden Lee, senior, and I'm the long snapper.
And it's a special group. It's one that we're really going to count on this fall. They've all been in some pressure situations already, which makes me feel good because nothing will be too big for them.
The T for me is toughness, and what that means to me is that when you fail, you get back up and you try again.
Toughness to me, you don't have to be physically tough, but rather mentally tough for me, because you can miss a kick, but you have to be mentally tough so you can get back out there and make the next. And we decide if we win or lose a game. I think one of my favorite plays was our first game of the season. It was against Oak Grove, and I don't know how we made it, but Houston had a hold, and it wasn't even on the ground. It was in the air. We somehow made it out of his hands.
So, seeing those guys in those situations that can be stressful to some, and to see them go out there and perform at a high level is what we're looking for as coaches.
The E means effort, and for me, that means, like getting every rep in and never skipping a rep, and making sure that your teammates are putting in just as much effort as you are.
It means a lot because I expect the same from them. If I see them not do a rep, I'll tell them that they need to push yourself harder than you've ever pushed yourself before, and then all that work's gonna pay off.
It's just giving your 100% ability on every single rep. Because I think it was Oxford, we number 17 broke out on the kickoff. I think it was the opening kickoff, and I had to step up and make a tackle. So, I mean, that's what I'm there for. So.
A means attitude.
Just because we won state, yeah, I'm still hungry for another. So, I want to work towards that next state championship.
It's a new team and a new season, so you can't piggyback off of what happened last year. You just gotta be ready for what's gonna happen this year.
Be better than last year.
I think the state game is one of our favorite because, I mean, everything we worked all throughout the season, it built up to that.
I'll give credit. He made like a 40-something yard field goal in the state championship, and that's pretty good. Kind of got us hyped up for the game. Being mature for me is not horse playing around and actually coming out here and caring about what you do and wanting to work and get better. Because it's not just you're letting down, it's the whole team.
It's just a mature mindset. It sets you up for success. And when you have like a childish mindset, you're setting yourself up for failure, basically.
Yeah, maturity is a big thing in life, and that's what gets you places.
You know, Braden's been kicking in some tight games in the past and made some field goals and extra points. Houston held all last year and was a holder in state championship game. Doesn't get much bigger than that. And then Hayden's kind of new to the group. He's been playing some receiver and some other stuff, but you know, I've seen him batting in baseball games in high pressure situations and seen him come through with base hits that help his team win the games, and nothing gets bigger than that. I can't wait to watch him perform for us this fall.
Hey, my name is Drew Klinck and I play wide receiver.
Trusty's looking in the middle of the field. Now he scrambles around over to the left side. He's got a man open, he throws it down, got it wide open to number 11. Down the sideline he goes. He's gonna, trip him up inside the 10-yard line for a first down.
My name is Ty Edwards, I play safety.
Trying to go deep to 12.
Back, he throws
Ty's
deep.
there, Ty's there. Yes, sir, Ty Edwards. Thank you, son.
Hey, what'd I tell you right there? I told you I saw an interception coming.
See, Drew Klinck is one of them guys, like I said, had him and Trusty 7th grade. And Drew Klinck one of them kids that wherever you want him to play, he gonna play it. Wherever you need him at, he gonna do it. He don't, show no emotions. He come in, he work, do his ass done, and when it's time come, because everybody gonna probably double Zaiyon a lot, I would think. But if not, Zaiyon gonna get off. But if they do double, now you got a kid like Drew Klinck that got pretty good hands and gonna do everything he needs to do. He gonna make the catch, he gonna make the block. So, you have a kid like that, you know what I'm saying, you couldn't ask for nothing that's better.
Ty Edwards, is actually one of my favorite kids. He is tough. He takes tough coaching, and I mean, he just takes it, move forward with it. He's this past season, he was good, and I was like, I think he's going to be really, really good, and it's going to be great for us. He's a great kid, hard-working kid, does extra work, loves the game, always asking questions. This year is his senior year. He's gonna make all the calls for us. He's gonna make it where we be in a great situation every time. Very smart kid, very smart kid.
Team means toughness, and toughness really is like, it's hard football, man. You get hit, you gotta get back up. You just gotta keep going, it's a grind.
Drew Klinck is the number 2 wide receiver, and I think he has an opportunity to really catch a lot of passes, being that number 2 receiver, because a lot of teams, they know about Zaiyon Cotton. They'll roll some coverages here, and he'll have some single coverage. And the thing about it, we're talking about press man. He's going to have to be physical at the line of scrimmage and be able to beat that press man.
Team means toughness, yeah. So, like, whenever you're fighting to get a tackle or to get the ball back, and then whenever you're going hard and playing tough, it makes everybody else want to play tough. It makes everybody else more involved, and it just works better as a whole.
Coach Frere gave them, as soon as they lost in the playoffs, whatever, he gave them a day off. Just breathe. You had a long season. Now it's back to football. Easy transition. He wanted to actually come back the next day, but Coach Frere told him to take him a day. And came in, like, he was a little rusty, but he started clicking on all cylinders and making plays. He is the playmaker. One of my favorite kids is Ty Edwards.
We got a great DB group, and they sharpen me every day and gets me better, and so I can put my best effort forward on the field. And toughness is all about being tougher than the guy across the line from you. Yeah, and then our receivers are also good, so they're big, fast. So whenever we're going, we're all having to go 100% every play to like make sure we're working and learning from every rep, make sure we're getting it right.
In high school, I was one of the top receivers in Mississippi. Went on at the University of Memphis, and I was one of the top receivers that was, in that league and played alongside a great player in Isaac Bruce, and we competed each and every day. So taking all of my experiences as a player, I can talk to them as a player because I played the game before, but also, talk to them and motivate them because I have been fortunate enough to play at the next level.
E means effort, and we have to put forth a lot of effort, whether it's in the weight room or out on the field during practice. And Coach Fair always says you never have to worry about effort at Grenada because we're never going to take a play off, and it's never going to be an effort thing with us. E's for effort and just busting our butts every play and working hard until we get tired, and then that's when Coach Fair really starts pushing us. And then that's when, if you're going to play football, then that's where players are going to be made.
The thing I like about Drew is that he's always where he's supposed to be. He understands the offense, he knows the comeback route, he knows the depths of that route. He catches the ball very well with his hands, and he runs.
I think the Oak Grove game, I think we came out, we were scared, I think, and then we didn't know that we were as good as we were, and then we started getting a feel for it like mid-game, and that's when we really started turning it on. But I think if we would have came out putting 100% effort the whole game, it would have been a different outcome. Attitude and effort really go hand in hand, because if you don't have a good attitude towards what you're doing, you're not going to give your best effort. And attitude is super important. You got to have a great attitude coming in every day, and so you can put your best effort forward. Yeah, I agree. Because if we're out there on the field during practice pouting and getting mad at everybody, that's something that's easily fixed. It's just going to make everybody else mad, make people not like you, and then it just all snowballs and it gets worse. Being mature is really, it's all in the mind, really. You just gotta not let anything get under your skin. You gotta be the guy that helps pick everyone up, and you just gotta be there for your teammates because you're the senior and you gotta be that leader. M means maturity, and like Drew said, it's like not letting anything get under your skin and always being in a good mood. And when something's going wrong, you just smile and keep working through it. And then if somebody needs help, you're able to lend a hand and help them and show them what to do.
Ryan Spencer plays linebacker, brings a lot of qualities to the team as far as a very smart player, hard hitter, very high energy. Last year he was a pivotal part of our run to the state championship. I mean, the state championship game, he had 6 tackles, a forced fumble, a sack, so he was very instrumental in that game as well.
My favorite game was definitely the state game. We had the atmosphere we had. We came out there knowing that we was finna win. Everybody had a good attitude, and we was doing good on the field, and everybody was just having fun while we were playing. We weren't just playing, we was having fun, and we had a goal, and we got to that goal. I got a strip sack, and boy, we just turned up after that. From then on there, it was over with for Hattiesburg. I'm Ryan Spencer. I play linebacker. Last year I played the position bandit, where I was playing defensive line and linebacker. Since I was the bandit and I was playing linebacker some and moving in between those positions from linebacker and defensive line, So I already knew the plays, and I already been taught the pass coverages and had the opportunities to play in some games where I had to drop in those pass coverages or guard that man.
This year we're expecting him to play more linebacker. Last year he played a little defensive end and linebacker, so this year we're expecting more linebacker. And the good thing about Ryan is he can play, you know, any position in linebacker. He plays Sam, Mike, Will, or Bandit, so that's good. We can move him around if we need to, and you know, Ryan's very smart. Players like another coach on the field, and he does a really good job with communicating, and really we've missed him this spring because he's been injured, but we should get him back in July, and that should be a shot in the arm for us and really get our defense going again, and we're expecting big things from Ryan.
T means toughness, and when in football, you gotta have toughness, especially if you want to be good. Because what happens when you fumble the ball on the 1 yard line and the next play or the next drive, you gotta go back in. Without toughness, same thing gonna happen over again. But with toughness, once you fumble that ball, next play or the next drive, you get to regain your confidence and make up for the mistake that you just did instead of downing yourself. You're actually a bigger part of the team than you think you are. However you feeling, it's gonna rub off onto the next person. E stands for effort, and you gotta have effort on the football team or on the football field. Hard work's overshine talent, and we had a whole lot of hard work on the Grenada defense. Me being on the field and with the confidence I got, there's nobody that I'm scared of, nobody that I'm thinking twice. If I see you and you got the ball, I'm gonna hit you. So that's how my confidence is. I don't think nobody's better than me. I don't think nobody gonna hit harder than me. So when you got a type of confidence like that, you're all in 100%.
Like he's a lineman, linebacker, or whatever, and his pass drops is amazing. It's great leverage in man. When we put him in man, we don't have to worry about him. He don't need no help because he's great with his hands. He understands down and distance. He's our what we call our jack player. We just move him around and make stuff happen. Put him at end, put him at linebacker, drop him back deep in our 3 safety look. He's a great high school football player.
Attitude matters a lot on the football field because you might not know this, but your attitude rubs off on the next person, especially if you are a leader. And in the game and at practice, your attitude is who you will be. If you have an attitude thinking that you will fail, you're probably going to fail. If you have an attitude thinking that you're going to succeed, you're probably going to succeed. And that goes for me too. When we're at practice, I have an attitude knowing I'm finna hit this gap and knowing I'm finna make whoever come through here pay. And when we're in the game, I have the same attitude. If I hit that gap, whoever come through there is gonna pay. As a guy like me, I see a quarterback, he's just sitting there vulnerable. Of course I wanna go in that gap and go try to make the sack and make the big play. But you gotta be disciplined in those type of situations. Because what happens when you shoot that gap and he takes out to the outside and now there's nobody out there because we might be in man defense and everybody's going deep and now the quarterback's by himself. So you gotta be disciplined. If you're supposed to go in that gap, of course go in that gap, but if you're supposed to sit back and wait, sit back and wait. Just read your keys. When you make that sack and you make that play from that gap that you know you're supposed to be in, that's that fuel. That's that fuel to that big truck. M stands for maturity. My freshman year, I wasn't that mature. I was just playing the game of football. I was going out there hitting and just playing. To my senior year, where we're at now, I have a whole lot of more maturity. I understand the game. I was able to develop into the player I am now. I really developed as a player listening to our coaches. Listening to the coaches will take you a long way. If not listening to the coaches and thinking you're a know-it-all, you will have a whole lot of obstacles, I could say. Without me listening to the coaches and reading my keys, as they say, I would just be out there playing football and going off instincts. And instincts is a good thing to have, but instincts and keys and coaches, all that going together, you'll be a great player.
We've come this far from December to May. Where can we go from May to August? Because this doesn't stop.
Team, all 3, 1, 2, 3, team!